Right,
He's
exactly.
not doing it to foster any great relationship between us because he's already taken a side. He's FBA now. When he did that channel, he was a Pan African. Uh, and these are followers. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would probably feel horrible if I work for a guy like that because these are not leaders. These are followers. Okay, you're following Tariq Nasheed. Is all you're doing. You've not created your own stuff, and you're even doing it after you've been successful on YouTube. Why would you do that? Like, why would you follow a guy that dropped out of high school, writes book about uh, what
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's right. He wrote a book. I forgot about
about
that.
the market of about pimping their women, you know?
Oh no,
And
no, I'm talking about Phil. He actually wrote a book.
oh, he wrote, what is his book about?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah, let me see.
I
First,
think it's about
first,
racism.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They always have to pick one of those things, right? It's either it's easy, but I think they struggle with the whole white supremacy thing. I think it's this election really threw it in the trash can for them.
Yeah,
So and
uh,
it's no longer a moneymaker because I mean you're fighting institutions that are stronger than you and have more resources and money than you. So we've become their new their new targets.
I just sent you a link in the private chat um, to his book on Amazon.
Okay, let's
You
see.
don't be surprised with the title.
Passive aggressive racism in a system of yeah, that's it. I knew it. It's always something stupid. He probably wrote it with a looking at how it's let it out.
Oh
Yeah, I
man,
fucking wrote it with a thing. Let me read a sample. He probably wrote this with some,
Grammarly.
yeah, Grammarly. Oh man, this is another poorly written book. I knew it, man. These guys are all the same. I'm about to share it so you can see it. Horrible, man. And I haven't even read it. I don't want to read stuff like this. But every time I every time I look at my kids, I'm like, man, you guys have a good daddy. Cause man, imagine that I was feeding you this ideology, the system, economics, education, labor, law, politics. What is he talking about? Passive aggressive racism in a system of white
Oh.
supremacy. So does it mean that the whole American system is a white supremacy? The first time I experienced racism is when I was in kindergarten. I don't think my son remembers anything from kindergarten right now. They lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, do
Yeah,
you remember anything from kindergarten? I don't. I personally don't.
I don't, but I believe him because I think his parents taught him that in
Yeah, yeah.
kindergarten.
They kind of told him the story, like, hey, when you're in kindergarten, this happened, right? And in the old days, I think it was also beneficial to them, so they said a lot of these things, right? It says I had a teacher that would always get on me and my friends that were black, like probably because they were misbehaving in class, right? Which is typical behavior because they have the most mood swings of any group in school. I know it. It happens. Uh, we notice when the white kids would do something, the teacher wouldn't make a big deal over it. I said to myself at the time, let me pay close attention to the teach. It doesn't mean to the teacher. I knew it, man.
He needs another edition.
He needs to revise this. I told you, these guys are fucking dummies, man. This is why, and he wants us to respect him. You know, I'm gonna make a thumbnail that will make somebody share this video with him when I clip it. I'm like, look at, I'll just call him dumb in the thumbnail if YouTube allows it, and then I'll circle this from his book for people to see. How do you publish? That means he wrote the book with some type of AI, or and he never. This is the preface, like the start of the book, and he didn't even check. He didn't do his grammatical checks. Look how
Oh man,
poorly written. There's no like literature type of English in it. This is like how me and you are talking right now. This is conversational English.
right.
This is not book literature English, right? And look at some of the fonts here. You see this one? Like that, and it could be Amazon messing it up, but
I see it. I don't think that's Amazon. That's him.
yeah, that's him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because usually, if you preview my book, you would see it the same way.
He probably didn't even have a proofreader, or maybe he had 10 proofreaders, but they're all from you know
Yeah,
his audience or
FBA,
something. Yeah.
FBA. It's like, what is this guy using Christianity as a weapon? Europeans justify the maltreatment of Africans. So he called himself African here. Where was the FBA then? So they are always going through like a cycle of they don't have like they don't know where they are. They're looking for answers their whole life, right? Man, I've had enough of it. I can't read this. Come on, man.
I think he had a Bible. He referenced the Bible, something in Corinthians, I
Yeah,
think.
Colossians something. I saw that. I was like, I'm done with this shit, bro. I was like, you know what? That's enough. Ghana's had enough. On to the next.
Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, I
Gay,
was
gay,
like,
gay.
you
Okay.
can't win. You can't win like this. Then he's lucky that see YouTube has also. This is one thing I hate about YouTube is that YouTube has given finally given dumb people some money. Because
Exactly.
if this guy had to compete outside of YouTube, because if you build an audience of dumb, as long as they're watching, you're still gonna make money. Because advertisers don't care where they're putting their ads, right? But very soon, the next phase of social media is that, and they're already starting to do that. Advertisers are starting to pick content that they want their things to be advertised on, or creators that they want YouTube to push their ads to, right? So very soon, you'll find that some of these channels will have to drop off because, like, when you're pushing content like this, talking of white supremacy, and 80% of Fortune 500 is run by some Caucasian CEO, he doesn't want to push his company to this audience because this audience doesn't even have the purchasing power to buy their product. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what gets under YouTube's skin is that let's say you watch somebody's video and you can't flag their videos based off the community guidelines that YouTube set forth because YouTube will not honor it. However, I've noticed what some people have done because they've talked about this before in on some streams is that they would actually go out to okay, they'll see a commercial. They would go to that company and they would go to their marketing advertising department and say that this video showed your ad. Here's a timestamp of your ad being on here, whatever, right? YouTube would come and demonetize that whole video
Oh
to
yeah,
not
because
even make it advertiser friendly or whatever.
yeah, and I think that's gonna happen to these guys because like um there's really no value in watching people like this. Like he's already ideologically all over the place, and if I had this free money they make of YouTube, I'd go to a college, and I don't have a degree. I'll do an online school while doing YouTube just to educate myself. You
Yeah, a
know,
lot of people do that.
yeah, I'll just do online school. I'll just take something. I'll take a course in politics, and I'll take another course maybe about international relations, so that you know about countries and cultures and the things that you're interested in or the things that you talk about, and maybe that will give you a much better opinion on how to even react to stuff, because some of these people, these are using teleprompters, but for the most part they have very basic English skills too.
Yeah, like even there's some free courses out there for like ethical reporting, like how to conduct
Yeah,
interviews and stuff like that.
on
Because remember,
Coursera and
like,
all these things, right? You can pick them up for free.
yeah, yeah. I actually have a friend in Kenya that I interviewed. He wrote like 7 different books out of Nairobi, right? He does the Amazon thing,
Okay.
and I interviewed him about the first book because the first book, what the way he does his books, this series of like 7 books, is that the first book was about a particular topic and situation for the people that are in it. And the few key characters go on to the next book and it's a totally different topic, right? So it's
Okay.
like the whole book is a whole different chapter in these people's lives. And he even turned me on to some free courses about ethical interviewing and stuff like that, ethical reporting, a lot of ethical stuff, courses that were free,
Okay.
based back here in the U.S. on certain websites. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're out there.
edX, EDX, EDX. Um, I know Nigerians that have learned how to be cloud engineers just on Coursera and EDX. There's definitely a lot of resources here that instead of fighting quote unquote white supremacy, maybe you can use that effort to learn a skill. You also notice like once you self improve and you're doing well financially, you tend to move away from these ideologies because they become very work, right?
Yeah, like I'm sure you're familiar with the website Skillshare.
Skillshare, yes, 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 yes.
So Skillshare's got a lot of free stuff on there, and some of the stuff that ain't free, you can possibly even get free funding to take some of the courses that are not free.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed about the IT sector, or I could just say the web development sector and stuff, the most people that I see in there are Caucasians, Hispanics, Africans, and Asians. You
Asians, yep.
you hardly ever see anybody that's Black American there.
Yep, because they are watching Tariq Nasheed. And then
And
they
it's
complain about immigrants eating their lunch. And we're going to keep eating their lunch. I mean, we're
yeah.
not taking benefits. It's one thing if we're taking benefits. Benefits is what they take. It's one thing if we're taking benefits. We're working, we're working regular jobs. I know people that just work really, really simple jobs, but they work maybe two jobs and then they make, it becomes money, right?